Yeah, we're live, guys. Let's see if I can find the chat. Hi. Where is it? Where is it? I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Hey. Hey, Kane. Alicia, Callie. How are you guys doing today? Can you hear me all right? Thumbs up if you can hear me, guys, because I'm on a headphones, so I'm not sure. Can anybody hear me? Oh, I'm good today. You know, Saturday, relaxing. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me. Good. Thank God. I'm on the tablet today instead of the phone, so I'm a little bit discombobulated. Hi, Jelly. How are you doing? Hi, Gail. Callie, Kenya. Oh, I love you guys, man. You guys showed up. Last time I did this, nobody showed up, and I was like, I'm out of here. You can't hear me, King? Oh, shoot. Why? Let me see. I'll edit my mic settings. Did that help at all? Oh, you meant to say can hear me, okay. You got me going through settings for nothing. Hi, Pamela. How are you? From Virginia. Sonia, how's it going? So you know what we're all here for today. We're going to talk about this this live where we heard that. I don't know if you heard me do that, but you know, the sniffer upper. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Ruth. Nice seeing you guys. So we were talking about how Ken was making these like sniffing noises during his live, right? Right? We all know that's no vape, don't we? And then he sat there and told everybody that he had been tested. Really? First time we've heard about this, that they've been tested, right? But I don't believe it. In my honest opinion, I don't believe it. First off, they would refuse to tell anybody for the longest time that CPS was even involved, right? And then lie about it and say they were. No, it wasn't a vape, Big Gail. It wasn't a vape. I heard it too. It was definitely a sniffer upper, if you know what I'm saying. So let me see if I can share the link. So if you guys can, any of you guys want to come up, I got to see how I can do this now. Banners. Create a banner. I don't know if I can do this. Cancel. Cancel. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, that wasn't vape, Kane. That wasn't vape. I'm so discombobulated on the tablet because it's so different from the phone, you know. So I'm not sure if I'm doing things right, guys, but you know, you'll let me know if I am or not. There we go. I think I can invite guests now. If anybody wants to chill with me. Well, he has the nose for it. We can't say nothing about that, right? They both do, actually. And that's why I think Gypsy lost all that weight so fast. You know that? No, there wasn't even smoke. Everybody knows smoke comes out of a vape, right, Aunt Edna? We all know that. Even if you don't vape, you probably know somebody that does. And you know that it has like, it's not even smoke really, it's a vapor. That's what comes out. But it does look like smoke, yes, and everybody can see it. You can't work any of those things. Well, I'm in good company then. I'm in good company because I don't know how this thing is going on this tablet, but so far so good, right? I'm vaping right now too. I got it in my hand. But hey, I can vape on this thing, but I don't know if you guys can hear me with the headphone thing on, but there. You can hear me exhale because I did on purpose a little louder so that people could hear, but that's a vape. Now, the other thing, I don't have the nose to do it, but you just close one nostril and sniff right up there, and you know what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, Mysteries, Lies, and Alibis. Oh, I love your name, too. That's so cool. Mystery, Lies, and Alibis. I don't know why I'm saying that in a southern accent, but it just seems like I should for some reason. That's so funny. Yeah, so do you think that's why Gypsy lost all that weight, too? Because of that? Yeah, they're two different sounds, is right. She was so adamant. Oh, you remember the book signing where she kind of looked like she was sick? She looked off, right? She lost a lot of weight because she was sure to show it off after the baby, so-called baby, doll, whatever. After she finally took the fake belly off, she got in shape. Wow. It's almost like she didn't want to show us that she lost all that weight so fast from something else, if you know what I'm saying. So, I don't know, guys. You tell me your opinion. Ken, well, he was always skinny, right? So we can't really say much there. But, yeah, I believe she's on it too, Gail. I really do. It's like she shows signs of hyperactivity at some points. And then at some points she shows signs of, like, extreme lows. It's really weird. And then I think she's going to probably pull that off as being, bipolar or something. But we all know she's not bipolar. Yeah, his attitude. Did you see how hyper he was, too, on that last live where he was telling CPS and everything was involved? Did you see how hyper he was? That's not normal. Yeah, I don't believe there's no baby either, Alicia. Like, forget about it. I've said over and over and over again all the reasons and just the visuals. You know what I mean? Like, her fake belly changed so much. Everybody talked about it. Everybody said how her belly changed so much. Yet, as soon as she said the baby was born, everybody believed there was a baby. That's crazy. Yeah, it was talking a mile a minute. You vaped and fell and bruised your ribs. You sound like my sister. She went to feed the cat and knocked her head on the wall and gave herself a black eye. I hope you're okay, Sonia. Yeah, her whole life is sus. The baby cry sounds. Okay, we're going to talk about the baby cry sounds. The baby cry sound sounded mechanical to me. Sounded like a toy. Don't you think? That last one, actually, where they were sniffing and snarking and all that, it sounded like a dog toy. Like somebody squeaked a dog toy. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it sounded like to me. And we all know they have a dog, right? Yeah, a cat. Something high-pitched like that, right? So, oh, I'm glad you're okay, Sonia. Girl, don't do that to me. I hate hearing about people falling. It freaks me out. At my age now, falling is like the worst thing you want to do. Oh, of course they're both lying. Yes, they're grifting big time. Jelly orangutan knuckles too. I love that. That's cool. I love that name. Yeah, it sounds like a cat, but they don't have a cat. They have a dog. But we all know that Gypsy uses what do you call it? The sounds that you can get on TikTok and stuff like that. You can use extra sounds, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know, apps of babies crying. You know, it sounds strange to me that somebody would even do that. I didn't catch Morbid last night because I fell asleep. I'm old, so like, 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go. And that's about when he started, so. Yeah, I can't wait till it gets older either. I want to see this baby walking hand in hand. But then again, who's to say they won't grab a cousin or a nephew or niece or something and go walking with it and say that's their baby? Like, you change that baby's clothes, even the mom and dad's not going to know who they are. Because they always scratch out the faces and everything. So you don't know by arms and legs. Unless your kid has something that you can actually see like that. I'd love it if they ended up in prison. I would freaking love it. Love it. Now, the only reason I think that that hasn't happened yet is because they are using a doll, and every time somebody comes over to see what they're doing with their kid, they always say, "Oh, it's just a reborn doll." We've told them before, but they won't listen. They keep calling on us. We don't know why. Does that sound normal? Like that sounds like something they would do? I think so. I really think so. Because we all know the law and everything don't mean nothing to Gypsy or Ken. Neither one of them. I gotta reach for my vape juice. Oh, there it is. I got it. Got it. Oh boy. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Everything's sliding. I'm on a lap desk. And it's not a very good one at that. Hi, Patchouli. How are you? I'm glad you guys can make it. I really am, because I didn't want to be stuck going, oh God, nobody's going to show up again. But so far we got 34 people in the chat. We're doing good. And let's continue with our conversation about snow. It's snowing. Oh, I checked out Gypsy's Facebook page, okay, with the art thing. Now, apparently, yes, it is Gypsy doing this art. God, she has no talent, but she's trying to find the easiest way to make money. And for her, it's slapping some paint on a canvas, saying it's from a schmurderer, and if you want to buy it for like $150. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Alicia, you're right. If you're a smaller person, like my daughter-in-law is like 4'11", and she had 2 kids. So I've seen short people pregnant, and she was big. Okay, she was big, and the babies weren't all that big. They were 7 pounds, normal, And you could tell. There's no way you could hide that. And there wasn't gone 1 minute and there the next. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, about this artwork. Did any of you guys go on Facebook to check it out? What's your thoughts? Paint by numbers. I love it. If only she followed the numbers, it would probably turn out a lot better. But obviously, she has no numbers on that thing, man. She just slapped some paint on there. And then has the gall to tell people it was blow-dried. Blow-dried. Who blow-dries a painting? Now, my husband who passed, his mother is an excellent painter. Oh my God, she is so good. She's done paintings like 8 feet by 8 feet big, okay? And she's done people and she's done everything. I mean, and I know how long it takes to make a painting, okay? For her to make one painting took at least a couple of months. And she's a retired woman. She has all the time in the world. It took her a couple of months to make one painting. Gypsy's got like 15 paintings on her thing that she's done in like, what, a week? You learn that type of painting in the psych ward? Really? So do you think that's where she learned it? They put the paints on the canvas, blow dry it around with a blow dryer, and then put Gypsy Rose on the bottom and try to sell it for $150. Oh, good Lord. I mean, what is this world coming to? I don't know. If anybody buys a painting from her, I swear they need to be checked. Yeah, it's easy in no time. Exactly. It doesn't take talent to do that. And she knows that. And she doesn't have any talent. So she's just going to splat it on a freaking canvas and tell people, I'm famous, so you're going to buy this painting from me for like $150. Really? Yeah, Monkey can do it. And you're right, Jelly. Monkey can do it. I can't believe. And yeah, I actually was reading the comments, and one person came in and asked her, how much are they? And do they deliver? And right away, I mean, it took her a split second to answer. Yeah, we deliver. Oh, God. Well, go on Facebook and look for it, Kane. You'll see it. I mean, all it is some paint splattered around a bit of like, it looked like tin foil to me, but it could be gold foil. I don't know, but it doesn't look really good. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Did she even, you got to spray a primer on the top of your painting when you're finished so that the paint won't crack over time. You know what I mean? I know all the ins and outs of the artwork world from my mother-in-law, but what Gypsy's doing is just, she's haggling. There's no other word for it. She's haggling. She's just trying to make a quick buck. Yeah, she's desperate. She is really desperate at this point in time. Trying to sell the carriage that she just bought for $400? Or was she selling the carriage she had before she bought the one for $400? Yeah, they seal them. Yeah, they seal them. Paint by numbers. I love that. That was classic. Yeah, she broke. I think she broke. I think that's why they're moving too. I think they're moving because they can't afford that house anymore. That's what I think. My honest opinion. Somebody said, no, I can't remember the name, so excuse me for that. That house was owned by Lifetime, and they were renting that house from Lifetime. Now Lifetime wants them out. Do you think that's the case? Dancing with the Stars. If that girl goes on Dancing with the Stars, I swear to God, I'll never watch that show again. That's ridiculous. But somebody said they're moving to Texas. And I'm not sure. Is that where Ken's mom lives? Texas? I think that's where his mom lives. His dad lives in Florida and his mother lives in Texas, I think. Yeah. But they're moving. They're getting out of Dodge. I wonder why. Funny thing is, too, is they're not telling anybody. They show the moving boxes behind him, but nobody said, yeah, we're moving, we're going to be moving to Texas or whatever. But I guess that's because he's scared for their safety. Hi, Diana. How's it going? Yeah, I think they're scared for their safety, so they got the moving boxes and they're ready to get out of Dodge just in case somebody wants to bombard their house or something. I don't know. Yeah, writing from CPS. The thing is, CPS is everywhere. It's here in Canada. It's all over the world. You can't run from CPS. There's no way. And it doesn't matter where they go. People will know where they are. Like I said in my last video, Carla Homoka, she moved to Quebec in Canada here, and she was originally from Ontario, which is another province for, like the States, it's like moving from, I don't know, one state to 5 states over, because our provinces are so huge. But she went and moved to Quebec where they speak French. Now, she speaks French. So she blended right in. She changed her hair color, she started speaking French, and that was it. But everybody found her. Everybody found her. They found out where her husband worked. They found out where her kids went to school. People follow her around all the time. It's okay, Diane. It's fine. We're here. Yeah, she is dangerous in the way of a psychological danger, because she can talk people into doing stuff for her, and people will, because they think she's this poor damsel in distress and that she needs help, and they're all there for it. They're all, oh, we'll help you out. No problem. Just ask us anything. We'll help you out. She has that attitude where she can baby up, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, I can't do this on my own. Do you think you could help me? Oh, I would really appreciate it. Like, damn. Exactly. Well, she's going to tell everybody where she lives anyway, sooner or later. She always does. She rats on herself. She is her worst enemy, if you think about it. Yeah, hit that button with your hairdryer. Just don't warm up that banana and it'll get too soggy. Yeah, Lifetime doesn't want anything to do with them anymore, I don't think. I think Lifetime has moved on to bigger, better things, and they're like, we're getting too much flack from you. Oh, thank you, Cherokee Girl. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad you made it, by the way. I tried putting out an announcement for the live, but I wasn't sure how many people got it, because last time I did that, a lot of people said they weren't getting notified, and I was like, oh, that was weird. Gypsy Rose, sexy tongue. Thank you so much for becoming a member, girl. That's my TikTok friend over there, boy. We all loving each other on TikTok. I don't do a lot of lives on TikTok, for the only fact is there's just so many lives on TikTok And people just flip through them and they ask stupid questions and they're not about what you're talking about. They just want to be on your panel for some reason. So it's weird. Hi, Evil. Evil Olive. Glad you can make it. You didn't get a notification either, Cherokee Girl? Jeez, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, that's why I put the post out for time I'm coming live, because just in case nobody gets notified. But why people are not getting notified, I have no idea. I got to figure that out. But I'm not used to the live panel. I think this is like my third live. So it's still kind of new, fairly new to me. You got it, Gail? Good. Okay, at least one person got it. Maybe you got to put on your little bell thing there, Cherokee Girl. Maybe you got to like put the notifications on. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. You're so sweet. I try to be as honest as I can. Well, I am honest. What do I got to lie about? I got nothing to lie about, really, right? Like, I'm just saying my mind. Does Morbid still do it? Apparently he did one last night, but I missed it because I fell asleep. But because he does them rather late. He does them like 10 o'clock and stuff. He's a night owl. I'm not a night owl. I'm a morning person. I'm up at like 5. I'm in bed by 10. You didn't get one either, Diana? Yeah, turn on your notifications. Make sure they're on so that you can see when I'm going to go live or I posted a new video or anything like that. He went hard on Aurora? Yeah. My opinions on Aurora. Lordy, lordy. That's a reborn doll. And nobody can tell me any different. I mean, I respect people who think that it's a real child. Well, that's fine. But in my honest opinion, I think it's a reborn doll. Morbid said the baby had Down syndrome? Really? I did not know that. He's all doing rage bait now. I can't do rage bait. I just don't have it in me to do that. But, I mean, if you have never seen the baby, held it, absolutely knew that it was her, then you can't say anything. You can't say it has this. You can't say it looks like that. You can't say anything. There's no way. Right? Exactly. Patooly. You're on the not on the baby train too. And you know what? I appreciate all my followers who are like me and are on the doll train. You know? I heard Morbid is doing a different kind of format, but like I said, I didn't catch it, so I'm not sure. I caught one, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 before that, and he was just talking to people who would call him, and it was just weird, and I didn't listen for very long. He called her Mister. Looked like a semi ran over her face. Oh my God. Yeah, you are subscribed, Gypsy Rose Time. I don't know. Like I said, make sure you got that notification bell option on, just in case. Don't have it personalized. Just put it to all. And then you'll get notified for everything. Because if you just put it to personalized, then they're only going to notify you for things they think you're going to be interested in, right? So, I know Morbid has a background. I know he does. I heard all about it when he first started, and people were telling me to beware of him because he has a background and stuff. But I didn't know anything about this background thing, and a lot of people were saying he was trying to be like, what's his face? Oh my God, what's his name now? Somebody knows his name? Who's that guy that used to do, like, very dark comedy stuff? Howard Stern. Thank you so much, Serenity. Howard Stern. He's trying to be like Howard Stern. The thing about Howard Stern is that was back in the day. That kind of satire is gone. Nobody even really looks at Howard Stern that way anymore. You know. So Morbid wants to continue to be in that kind of format is weird to me, I think. Toddy knows. Toddy knows what? Yeah, I enjoy him too from time to time. I liked him better when he was doing panels and just talking Gypsy stuff, but when he started doing phone calls and stuff and just talking to random people and, you know, arguing with people and I don't know, and just, he lost me. He lost me there. really? Well, Pink Cloud 9 actually contacted me and wanted me to be on her live. She was going to be here today, actually. So she likes Morbid? Yeah, he's going for shock and awe. That's true. But then again, he did that with Gypsy too, and it worked. So I don't know. Maybe he's doing the same kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. That's a Morbid thing. That's a Morbid thing. Times have changed. Our old community that we had in the beginning, in the winter there, was perfect. It was great. Everybody was loving each other. Everybody was sharing with each other. And I don't know. Things changed. People started fighting. There was division and a lot of backstabbing. And it's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. A lot of people think it started with Nina. But I don't know, because I don't know what set her off to begin with. Was it Morbid? Was it somebody else? I don't know. Thank you, Cherokee Girl, for gifting a membership. You're so... Oh, I love Cherokee Girl. She's my girl. Yeah, I don't know why the divisions all started happening, the backstabbings all started happening. And then you have creators who are on a certain wavelength that were saying certain things and everybody was agreeing with them and all that. And then all of a sudden, boop, they changed their mind. Nope, now they don't believe that. Now it's a different thing. And now they've got different proof and stuff like that. Proof that they never show anybody, by the way. I mean, receipts are worth $1 million, right? And nobody ever seems to want to show receipts. So, I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know why anybody doesn't want to show receipts, but... Uh-oh. Okay, I thought I did something wrong here. I thought I screwed things up. It is a distraction. It really is, like... I watched Becca Scoops yesterday, her video that she had out yesterday. When they're going through the emails from prison and stuff, some of them are juicy, yes, but a lot of them are just, we already knew kind of stuff like that. We already know that she's demented in her head, We already know that she doesn't think like normal people think. And, I don't know. She was like that way before she did anything to her mom. She was like that. So why the prison emails should show anything different, I don't know. Yeah, the internet probably does run with it because she gets so many clicks and views. And the internet sees that, they're going to go with her narrative. They always do. They always do. Unless somebody really breaks the whole thing open, that's what they'll do. Hi, Lockwood. Sorry, your name went up so fast. Lockwood Art? Oh, you're an artist, so you know what art looks like. You should know what art looks like, and it don't look like what Gypsy put there. Yeah, you know what the drama for me is with the content creators is I think they want to be different. They want to separate from the crowd. So they want their own narrative. They want to talk about their own piece of the pie, put it that way. And there are some people that are going to like it, and there's some people that are not going to like it. Hi, Belinda. How are you? I don't know if Nina takes things serious, Alicia, but, like, she's opinionated. She's an opinionated girl. That's why she's good at what she does. But if you agree with the stuff that she says, then that's fine, right? But don't believe everything you hear from nobody, including me. If you don't believe what I say about the doll, then don't believe me. I mean, I'm not going to tell nobody to believe me, I'm just putting out my opinion. And I'm trying to put out as much facts as I can about it. Because there is just something too strange. There's no way they took that kid to an airport. They took that kid to restaurants. They took that kid out in public. And not one person asked anything about the baby. Like, nobody stopped them to say, oh, is that your baby? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. But yet, when it's just her and Ken, for some reason, they all show up out of the woodwork wanting pictures. Is that not weird? Yeah, I'm not a Ryan fan either, Evil. No, not at all. Hi, Pink Kachula. Okay. I'm sorry if I say it wrong. Pink. Hang on. Pink Chihuahua. Okay, I got it. Dog. Yeah. I'm glad you showed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you're busy today. You were like, I don't know if I want to show up or not, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, Ryan is, to me, he's trying to stretch his own narrative to keep his clicks and views keep coming, in my opinion. He wants to keep that fame type thing going. He doesn't want to lose the fact that he can go to a football game or wherever he goes and people know who he is. He likes that. He likes being in the spotlight. He liked that from day one. If you watch interviews with Gypsy and Ryan when they were first going on panels and stuff like that, he loved it. He loved it. And he wants to keep that going. So he goes live and he says stupid things because he knows that people will tune in the next time and want to hear what's up. Right? And that girl he has a picture from is not a girlfriend, it's a friend. All of these pictures he has with these girls are just friends. Because nobody wants to be with Ryan, or he would have had a girlfriend by now. Yeah, I know, he's a big grifter. He really is. Send me your biggest, what do you call it? What do you call it? No, emojis, but whatever that you spend hundreds of dollars on. Send me the biggest one and I'll DM you. Really? That's what you got. That's what you're gonna get if you spend thousands, hundreds of dollars. Meanwhile, you can spend what? Well, how much was he asking for? Oh my God, what's the name of that thing? Where you go one on one? Can't remember the name of it now. Cameo. When he's asking for a cameo, he's asking for $100. But if you send him a $300 thing through his chat, that he'll just DM you. No, it doesn't help Real Victims TV. You're right. When people send Gypsy stuff, that's taking away from others who need it. It really is. I know he's waiting for Gypsy. Oh, God. And you know what? Who's to say she doesn't run to him every now and then? Because I don't know about that. He talks like she does. He talks like she... Gypsy knows where I live, he says. He's told Ken. Gypsy knows where he lives. Ask Gypsy. So, obviously, she's been keeping in contact with him. Right? And... I don't know. She's keeping him on the hook. Put it that way. She's keeping him on the hook. Just in case. Just in case. Yeah, he likes the cameos. He likes to think he's that self-important that he can do cameos. Oh, good Lord. But the thing is, I watched Ryan's last live, and he still had a lot of people in there. He's still got a lot of followers, which I'm so surprised about, but he does have a lot of followers. No, he doesn't have women falling at his feet, that's for sure. Did you hear him talking to that one woman during his live? And she was saying how much she liked him or whatever, and he was saying, well, I might have to go to West Virginia sometime, because that's where she was from. And I'm like, are you serious? You're actually going to like pick randoms off your lives and say, okay, I wanna meet you? Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Yeah, he is arrogant, conceited, and there's a lot of other words I could put with that man, but I won't because, I don't want to get my live banned. Yeah, I know he hasn't got a job. I mean, I said in his live, Walmart's always hiring, but, he never answered me. He is sick. Okay, if this man keeps bringing up the D, because Gypsy said one time that it was on fire, but don't forget, she came back after and said the D was a little limp, so I don't know. He says, I'm looking good. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, Ryan, you're looking good, all right. I don't know if he's gotten rid of that sweat towel. I haven't seen the sweat towel in a while. But could you imagine being his wife, walking back of him in the grocery store, and you have to keep track of his sweat towel for him? What? Really? Guy, you take your sweat towel and you walk 50 feet ahead of me. We'll meet at the car. All right? That's what I'd be saying. But I'd never be in that position, so there you go. Yeah, gross, right? It's sick. Who wants to handle somebody else's sweat towel? Come on. I mean, I don't use anybody else's bath towel. Even when my husband was alive, we had our own separate bath towels. I don't share a bath towel. Why the hell would I want to touch something like that? No. We ain't even going there, guys. We ain't even going there. That's sick. You were born in West Virginia, Cherokee Girl? That's where Ryan said he wanted to go. He met some girl on his live, and she was from West Virginia, and he said he might have to take a trip out there. So, all you people from West Virginia, beware. He's scoping the place. Oh, good Lord. Who knows? Maybe that's where Ken and Gypsy is moving, West Virginia. Maybe that's why he wants to go out there. Yeah, she's selling off her clothes. She's selling off baby things. She's selling off paintings that took her 5 minutes to do. She's trying to grift as hard as she can because you know why? She got banned off TikTok. She got all these little accounts on TikTok that don't pay anything because if anybody knows, or if anybody makes money on TikTok knows, you have to have at least 50,000 followers to even make a little bit. You have to have a lot of followers. The only way you make gifts and stuff, only way you make money on TikTok really is gifts. And that's where Gypsy was making most of her money, on gifts, because she wasn't putting out content. She was going live and she was grifting. And now that stopped. And now it's starting to hurt, I think. It's starting to really dig in now. She's like, well, TikTok's not paying me, so who's going to pay me now? Who's going to pay me now? I know the paintings look really bad. They do. For $120, is that how much it is? $120 for a painting? Oh, good Lord. Michelle, I have no idea, but it doesn't look like it's anytime soon because they keep doing stupid stuff. Yeah, a lot of people sell their stuff when they're on something because they need the money, you know. I'm not sure if that's the case. She hasn't sold her car yet, or Ken's, so she ain't that hard up because they're a couple. They could go down to one car if they needed to. Yeah, she is a slow-mo train wreck. You're right. I don't know why people would spend more money on it because she wore it. Really? That's like handling friggin' Ryan's sweat rag. Is buying something Gypsy wore. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Rod looks like the guy from The Hills Have Eyes. Oh, really? I gotta check that out. I didn't see that. The art's on Facebook. You gotta go on Facebook. On my last post, you'll see I put the name of the Facebook group, okay? I can't see it from here, I don't think. Hang on, let me see. If I can see it. No, I can't. I can't see it from here. I don't have Facebook on my thing. But go to Facebook and or go to my last post and you'll see it written there, the name of it. Go to Facebook, look for it. Yeah, she does. That's the thing. Well, she does spend money. I think she does spend money. They are going on vacations, trips, and all over the damn place. I'm sure she spends the money. But she spends the money like she's getting a check from TikTok next month. When she's got to realize that show's over, you know. The paintings are on Facebook. She's got a Facebook group or a business thing there that has all her paintings on there. You got to go to my last post and it has the name of the place. Go on Facebook and look for it. Yeah, it is creepy how Ken and Rod look alike. In the beginning, it kind of looked like, maybe that's his son that he didn't know about. Yeah, Blown Art Beauty. That's the name of it. Thank you, Sylvia. Blown Art Beauty. Go on Facebook and look at Blown Art Beauty, and you'll see. You'll see. I don't know if she paid for the whole family's everything. You know, Rod makes good money. He doesn't really need to grift off Gypsy. And I think Christy is only in for the notoriety. She just wants to look like she's famous too, because she's hitching a ride with Gypsy. So she's riding her coattails, just like everybody else is riding Gypsy's coattails. But mind you, Gypsy doesn't mind it. She likes it, because if you're riding her coattails, then she can control you. And that's what she likes. More than anything, besides sex, Gypsy likes control. And she likes controlling others. Like Bree and Christy and not Rod, maybe, I don't know. Ryan, all the others, you know. Did you see the new tattoo she got with Bree? So now she's got a tattoo with Bree. She's got a tattoo with Ken. She's got a tattoo with Christy. It's almost giving off a vibe of, what do you call it? Cult. Cult vibes. Don't you think? Yeah, I know Aunt Edna. She said some bad things about them in her emails, but now they're all good, which makes me wonder if she was like, oh, I was in a bad place when I wrote those. Oh, I was just mad at you for something else when I wrote those. Don't worry about that. That's all gone now. We're all good now. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I think the only reason that Krusty is staying with Rod is because of the notoriety. She wants to stay in this group, you know, of people who are associated with Gypsy. That's the only reason I think she's staying with Rod. Yep, the mark of the beast. You're right. Evil one. You're right. Evil one. Evil Olive. I see evil and then and I automatically go to one. So sorry, Evil Olive. Yeah, it is like the mark of the beast. I'm surprised they don't all have exactly the same tattoos, that they're all different. I'm surprised at that. Knowing Gypsy, she would probably make like a trademark tattoo and have all her followers get it. I know, they're all branding themselves Gypsy freaking, oh god. Gypsy lovers. Well, that's what we've been calling them, right? Gypsy lovers. Let's see here. Okay, I was just checking out something here. I'm on the tablet, guys, so I don't know how to put a link for anybody to come up. But if you send a request, I can get it that way. I know they love the money and they think they're famous. Obviously, yeah, yeah. They're ugly tats. Oh my god. The only nice tat I think I liked out of all of them was the dog. And even though I'm a cat person, but I do like animals, and I like the dog one. That's the only one I liked out of all of them. The other ones just look weird. They just look weird. I got your text there, Gypsy Rose Sexy Tongue. For some reason, the chat wanted to hide it, but I read it. I read it. I know. YouTube is a little fickle about that stuff too. So don't say the word CULT. Don't say that word. The one on her back, yeah. The what is it again? Oh my god, the bird. Can't remember the name of it. My mind's like a sieve today. Um, she got that bird to the wings and everything, the tail, all the points of the stab wounds of her mother's back. That has been proven, actually. So everybody thinks that's her prize from the D or something. No, she hasn't got one with Mia yet. I don't even know if Mia has tattoos, actually. But I don't think Mia wants to be in that group. Phoenix, thank you, Patuli. Phoenix, that's the name of the bird. that's been rusted shut 20 years. Oh my god. Hang on, guys. I gotta take a sip of pop. Oh. Hi, Kathleen. How's it going? I'm glad you could make it. I'm glad you guys are showing up, man. I'm so happy. You made my day. Maybe now I'll do more lives. We'll see. It's really hard because my mother's elderly and my sister's autistic. So there are times where you're just thinking, okay, I'm going to relax, maybe do some stuff on the computer. And my mother will yell, I need something at the store. So I got to get up and go. So I'm reading the chat, guys. So if I'm silent, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading the chat. Christine, hi, Christine. I'm glad you're here too, Elockwood. I'm glad. We need your artistic intervention when it comes to Gypsy stuff here. Yeah, I'm sure his tattoo business is super busy, but you know, he's part of the family. He's got to be making that blood money too. Yep, you're absolutely right, Gypsy Rosetown. You're absolutely right. No, caregivers don't get much me time. That's true. Oh, thank you, Jelly. You know, it's family, and I don't want my mother to end up in a home. I don't think she'd do well. She doesn't like a lot of people. She fights with everybody. I can't stand going to the store with her because she'll fight with the frigging guy who's putting bananas on the thing, and she'll tell him how high the prices are, and she'll bitch with him, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. But you know, she is who she is, and at her age, she just doesn't give a shit anymore what she says or to who. I don't know if he did that tat or not. I don't know if Bobby did that tat on her back. He might have, though. It wasn't that like the first tat she got. I'm not positive, but I think that was one of the first tats she got. He did do it? Oh, okay. He did do it. Thank you, Kane. I'd like to do more lives. When I can get the chance, I will. Maybe they won't be super long like a Morbid live or anything like that, but I try to do like an hour long one or an hour and a half, something like that. It's great talking to you guys one on one instead of just always answering, text. Even though I try to answer everybody I can who comments on any of my posts, everybody knows that. If I missed you, I'm sorry, because sometimes if it gets too much, they get hidden for some reason. You receive 200 pounds a year. Is that pounds? In Norway, is that pounds? I don't know. I don't think so. What's the name of your money there? Oh, euros. Sorry, it just hit me. Euros. 200 euros here is like $400. And no, I don't get that. I don't get anything. I don't get anything. I'm a family member, so if you're a family member, they don't pay you. You have to fight tooth and nail to get paid as a family member to do healthcare. If I was an aunt that lived outside, like went lived somewhere else and came and helped them, then I might. But because I live with them, I won't get anything. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. I really do. Hi, Carrie. But it is what it is. You help your family. Hi, Vanya. Fellow Canadian. Where are you from? Yeah, we probably do drive her crazy, and you know what? I love it. I don't care. The more crazier we make her, the better. Oh, you're from Alberta? How's the weather out there? Actually, the hot kind of went away, or not the hot. The humidity went down a lot here, so I'm a little comfortable. The last week, I was laying on my bed with the air conditioner and the fan, and I'm still sweating. All right, so me and summertime don't get along now. I used to love it when I was young, but not anymore. Hot as hell, yeah. I know. I have a feeling it's coming back here. You know, our weather always comes from your direction, so whatever you get, we get after. Unless it's like a thunderstorm breaks up and stuff. But I love thunderstorms. I really do. Well, I can only keep her so busy because if my mother does anything more for 5 minutes, then she's complaining that she's gonna die. If anybody knows older people like that, my mother's a narcissist, so she's an attention seeker. And if she says something in like a group of people, she'll look at you to make sure you heard her, kind of thing. But it is what it is. I know my hot flashes too, girl. And you know what? I'm 58 now. My hot flashes started at 52. That's 4 years of freaking hot flashes. And it doesn't matter if it's winter, spring, fall, or whatever. In the winter, I have to wear a tank top under a winter coat. I'll come home and I'm still wet. It's weird. It's just, I don't know. Alaska. Now, that's one place I'd like to go. Except you guys got Bigfoot, and I'm not sure I like that. Yeah, hard woman to love is, yeah. But the thing is, if you need anything, she'll help you. You need money, she'll give you money. If you need something, she'll give it to you. But it comes with a price, right? Because now she owes you. You owe her. You know what I mean? She owns you. So I try not to ask for anything. You started 2 years ago and you're 50 now, so you started at 48. That sucks. That sucks. Fresh sage? Oops. What do you mean fresh sage? I got sage I burn for, good energy and stuff. Does that count? I'm not sure. Yeah, Utah. Well, aren't you guys kind of like in the tornado alley thing, Utah? Or just the beginning of it? Yeah, some women, my grandmother, she died when she was in her 80s, I think, 82 or something like that. And she was the sweetest woman. She had 13 kids. And where my mother grew up, it was on an island, okay, a small, small island. There was no electricity. There were no cars. There was no shopping centers or nothing like that. No movie theaters. They had two churches and a school and one store on the whole island. And my grandmother raised 13 kids there because my grandfather was a fisherman in the Atlantic Ocean, and a hard job. And my grandmother, every time she was pregnant, she would go down on the stage, help my grandfather split fish, and then run up to the house, give birth, leave it with the older child, and come back down and help my grandfather split the fish again. That woman, hard working, not even a word, not even a word for that woman. Yeah, make sure you're up to date with your AC, man. I gotta clean my filters too. It's been a while. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne. I'm sorry for your loss. My dad died last June. Well, hence the reason why I moved in here and helping my mother out. Yeah, it's sad. My condolences to you and your family. Your mother died at 64. Wow, that's young. That's young, Ivana. My husband was 58. Yeah. And he died of pneumonia. And it was a weird pneumonia. It's called walking pneumonia. It's pneumonia you have without knowing you have it. You just think you have the flu. because you don't feel out of breath. Your chest doesn't hurt or anything like that. And he just withered away really fast. And I did not see it coming. I found him in the middle of the night sitting in his favorite chair in the living room with his head in his hand. And he must have fell asleep and then just drifted off. And I found him when I got up maybe 2 hours later. I got up to feed the cats. And I thought he was sleeping. So I just fed the cats regular, made a coffee, sat on the couch. I'm looking at him. Usually he breathes kind of heavy. He's just like that. He was a smoker. And there was nothing. I relive that day every day. Every day. Thank you, hon. Thank you. I miss him a lot. I really do. I can't talk about him too much because I'm going to start tearing up. But yeah, he was the love of my life. He was the third man that I had serious relationship with. And he was my soulmate. And it took that long to find him. And the worst thing is we went to high school together. So we knew each other. It just never came about that we met up with each other until later through Facebook, obviously, right? A school thing that we were on Facebook. You had walking pneumonia twice. Oh my God, well, I'm glad you caught it. Because he was a bit stubborn about it. He was like, no, I feel fine, I was just like, okay, if you feel anything different, let me know and I'll call the ambulance or something. But he was like, no, I feel okay. It's just, it's a sad thing to go through with anybody, That's why, because of my experience with my husband, and I see Gypsy, the way she was after her mother passed, made me very, very suspicious. Thank you, Cherokee Girl, for gifting a membership. I was very suspicious of the way she was acting. Now, if you love somebody, even when my father passed, he was crippled for a long time. So when he passed, to me, it was more of a relief that he wasn't in his crippled body anymore. That was the only thing that gave me solace. But I bawled my eyes out at that funeral. Oh my God. We were all pretty much a wreck. All of us, the whole family. My dad was the sweetest man. And when Gypsy talks about her mother after her passing, and she's talking to Dr. Phil on the thing, and she's cracking jokes, and she's saying, how she might have lied to her lawyer or whatever. She doesn't even talk about her mother. She doesn't bring her up unless she's saying something bad about her. And that's what used to piss me off. It's like, you had not one good thing to say about your mom. Not one good thing. She took you on trips that I know they were grifted or whatever, but she still took her. She still had took the time to take her to these places, to these stupid Comic-Con things. Well, maybe they're not stupid to some people, but they are to me. And her mother took her out of her way and took her to all these places. Yet she had not one kind thing to say about her mother. Not one kind thing. Oh, everybody's talking about passings now. Oh, Kelly, I'm so sorry. 32. Wow. What happened? That's sad. Yeah, she is pure evil. Evil's the essence of evil. Yeah, you're right. No soul. That's what I've always said. She has no soul. None whatsoever. She didn't care about her mother alive. She didn't care about her dead. She didn't care about her nothing. Brain cancer. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dee Dee was a good mom. Dee Dee gave her everything that she wanted. No matter how she had to get it for her, she got it for her. That was her only child. She loved her. I believe that too, Anna. I really do. I was watching, okay, I love conspiracies and stuff like that. So I was watching this thing on TV about these cults in Hollywood, okay? It's like an Illuminati kind of thing. And I know a lot of people probably don't believe in Illuminatis or whatever, but these people, do you know what Hollywood stands for? I just found out. I never knew. It's a piece of wood that comes off a tree that witches used to use in their wands. Druids used to use it in their wands that they used to hold, Hollywoods. And that's where you got Hollywood. And it's all messed up when it comes to like cults and stuff like that. It really is. It really is. Oh, cutting board Don's brother is in the hospital. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, send prayers, please. Yes, send prayers. I don't like to hear of anybody like, going to the end of life. It's so sad. It is so sad. But then you got to think, in my opinion, okay, death is not the end, in my opinion, right? I don't think so. Death is not the end. And I always thought that, your soul jumps your body seconds before your body actually collapses. So you don't feel anything. You don't feel anything. You just make a transition, is what it is. Yeah, Hotel California. You know what? And I love that song. I freaking listened to that song over and over and over again when I was a teenager. But you're right. It does talk about the Hollywood life. And everything that's coming out of Hollywood right now just paints a picture of what it was about even from the beginning, and nobody realized. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Justin Bieber, but you got to think what they put that kid through. What they put that kid through to make him as bad as he got in the end. They broke him. They broke him. And there's no other word to say it. They broke him. There were videos out there with him and P. Diddy afterwards where he couldn't even look at P. Diddy. Couldn't even look at him. Who was talking about Cherokee Girl? Oh, God, I missed the chat. Sorry, guys. I got too much into what I was saying about Justin Bieber. I'm trying to scroll now to see where it was. Oh. Yeah, and you're right. Beautiful things do happen when death is near. A lot of people don't see these things. Yeah, and I do feel bad for Bieber. I really do. I mean, nobody took all that stuff. Yeah, his wife is known as a grifter patootie. You're right. Being a Christian isn't just quoting scriptures. Exactly. It's not. It's not about even following a certain religion. It's about what you feel in your heart. To me, that's a Christian. Or even a spiritualist is what I call myself. Compassion for people, love for animals, just caring about the environment, caring about who we are as people and where we are in the situation we are on this earth. That's Christian or a spiritualist or anybody who has that higher power feeling. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be with a church. Gwen, what's wrong with your puppy? I missed what you guys were saying. There are people that are born soulless. It's so true. No, it's not just Justin Bieber. There's a lot of them out there. There was Britney Spears, I'm sure was one of them. Apparently, Eminem tried to protect Billie Eilish from all that, and I commend him for that. That's why I think Eminem, when he retired from rapping the first time, and he was taking in all these other artists and making them big, I think he was saving them from making them big with the other side. Because the other side, if you want to be big, you had to give up stuff. And that was serious stuff. You know what I mean? Like those, what were they called? Those white night parties that Diddy used to have and stuff like that? The pinnacle of evil. But he used white to cover it up. Did you see that? That's what they do. They use good to cover up evil. They start off trying to bring you in as with the good stuff just to cover it. But that's my opinion. Not everybody believes it, right? Oh, God. My back. Sorry. They did destroy that boy. They destroyed so many kids out there. There was a lot of kids that were famous as child actors that didn't even make it to barely teenagehood, and they took their own lives. It's sad. It's very freaking sad. But nobody looked into these things. They all just thought it was stress and mental health and this and that and this and that. When they didn't realize, they probably realized they just didn't want to put it out there. You know what I mean? Because it would collapse the whole industry, which is starting to happen now, and I'm so glad. I watch YouTube more than anything else ever because I don't want to give Hollywood that extra views. You know what I mean? I don't want to give Hollywood the extra views. I noticed that too, Patchouli. Why isn't that baby holding the bottle? Why is Gypsy still holding the bottle? Well, we all know dolls can't hold bottles, right? There is no baby. There's no something wrong either, in my opinion, because Gypsy, if Gypsy had a baby with special needs, she would use that to grift. And she didn't. And she's hard up for money. You think the first thing she would go to besides painting is using her child. She started a family channel. I think she wanted people to think that that's what she was going to do, is expose the baby, but she never did, right? I wonder why. Yep, she should be crawling, playing with toys, trying to lift herself up, on the couch, stuff like that, for sure. At this age, they can stand up in the crib while holding the bars. Yeah, she holds the bottle, look like she's a mom, but you know what? At some point, you got to give your baby independence, right? So, I mean, it's weird. It's just weird. Running at 9 months. Wow. My son was walking at 11 months. I thought that was good, but 9 months? Wow. You better nurture that girl. She's a smarty. I think Bree joined that group, that microdeletion group, to ease Gypsy into it so that these people won't say, well, we don't want her, and no, we don't want anything to do with you. Instead, she wrote them this soft letter saying, oh, I have this friend, she has microdeletion, blah, 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 she wants to join your group, she wants to talk to others with it, blah, blah. But what she didn't understand was the people in the group aren't the ones that had it. They had children with it. But Gypsy said straight out, her child does not have it. So why is she trying to get into this group? First word at 3 months. Wow, that's good. That's a good one. Oh, she's 27 now. There's no pic of that kid. Well, there's pics of the kid, but we don't know if it's her. There's no definite answer if that's her. None whatsoever. And I don't care what picture people puts out there. They can't definitely 100% say that that's her baby. There's no, unless you've held that baby, seen that baby like babbling and moving and knew for sure it was real. Nobody has. Nobody. Except for Gypsy's family. Does that make sense to anybody? Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. And I notice, when you have babies, and the older they get, the more baby stuff you have around your house, right? Now, I know it looked like Ken and Gypsy was moving, but don't you think there'd be a high chair, or there'd be, I don't know, just baby stuff around, toys, stuff like, I saw nothing but the boxes. Who would leave moving boxes like that around? I don't know. It's just weird. Pack up, move them to another spot. That's what we used to do. It's crazy. That's my big deal too, Patchouli. I don't know why Christy would send Case pictures when he never asked for them. I said this on one of my last videos. He never, and he even says right out, he said he didn't want them, he didn't ask for them, but she sent them anyway. Why? Why was she pushing it? Because she wanted him to push out the narrative that there's a real baby because he got pictures. We don't know whose baby that was. That could be anybody's baby. Grandma holding it's probably just thinking she's taking a picture with her grandbaby, but doesn't know which one that's going to be put online, right? God. Oh, I know, Kathleen. You're right. You're right. It is shady. It's very. I don't know the word for it. It's like they don't have Lifetime pushing out a narrative for them at the moment because there is no more Lifetime with them. So they're taking what they learned from Lifetime and trying to do it themselves. And that's why you have Ken challenging Ryan to boxing match. You have Gypsy now trying to put pictures out there. You have just stupid things. They're pushing their own narrative. They're trying to make their own show, you know? And I can't say we're not helping because we kind of are, by exposing them, I guess. A lot of people are starting to turn from Case, and I'm not going to say one way or the other if you should or not. He does give a little bit of insight that I find, food for thought. But I find sometimes he just gets too um, tearing down people, like fun. He thinks that's fun, and I don't. I don't think tearing down people is that fun. I just want to expose the truth. I don't want to talk about somebody's looks, really. I don't want to talk about, how they are as people, except for Gypsy, of course, and people that are surrounding her. Other than that, I mean, I couldn't give two craps, if somebody has skinny legs or if, bald or whatever. It doesn't bother me. Of course she went on live to get money. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. I don't go on live much, but I don't really make much money on lives. It's weird. I mean, I don't know how they're making money on lives because I don't make much money on lives. Yeah, a lot of people said that about Case and Morbid, that they sounded alike, but they were both talking at the same time on a different live, so I don't know, unless they've got two different computers going at the same time. But I don't know why Morbid switched up his format. That I find very weird. He was doing so well the way he was doing his lives, and then just one day up and said, no, he's not doing it no more. To just go back to it a couple weeks later, but doing it just different, I don't know. Oh, Christine, oh, that's so happy. I'm glad you at least have the one. That's what you want, I think God will give it to you. Ivy Rose Girls Wild is is another story. She was part of the Lifetime narrative from the beginning, in my opinion. Okay, she was part of their line from the beginning. We need a hater for Gypsy, so we need somebody. Gypsy, who do you have? Oh, I have a girl hater. Okay, we'll pick her, and she wrote it out. Can I play Mia's newest TikTok? I don't know how, hon. I don't know how to do it on a live. I really don't know. If I could, I would, but I don't know how. What's this? Cinema layout. No, I don't know how, hon. I don't know how. Without shutting down the whole live, I'll probably end up shutting it down and just try to find it. Yeah, Gypsy is a puppet master. Right, she is. People put a blind eye to a lot of stuff that Gypsy has out there, and why, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like, you're expecting my face today? Well, when I go live, it just asks for an avatar. I don't have any makeup on or anything. I wasn't going to go like that. No, thanks. No. I'm getting at that age now where if I don't have makeup on, I think I look like a hag. So, I'm my own worst enemy as well. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Smith. Glad that you joined us. Have a great day. Stay well yourself. Oh, of course, Ken's like one of her biggest puppets, for sure. For sure, for sure. Ken and Bree. Yeah. And I think behind the scenes, she does Ryan too. She tells him what he can say and what he can't say. Because he helps push her narrative as well. Don't forget. He's pushing his narrative, but he's pushing hers as well. Autocorrect hates you. Hates me too. Don't worry about that. Mm. And Edna, I am the exact same. When I was a teenager, I wouldn't go outside the house without makeup on. Okay, that's how I was. Hair done, makeup on. When you're a teenager, you have to look your best because you never know who you're going to run into, right? You got tons of friends. As you get older, the makeup becomes less and less, and the hair thing becomes less and less. The ponytail starts to come in more and more. And the only time I'll go out without makeup, I'm just running to the store and back. But if I'm going to visit somebody or whatever, I'll put on makeup. Oh, definitely, he was sniffing, guys. That's what this slide was supposed to be all about. Ken sniffing. The nose knows. Oh, my butt is hurting. And you could tell it was through a straw. Because you know how that sound makes when you're sucking up something through a straw, even if it's just your pop? You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it sounded like. Exactly. Oh, I use filters all the time, Ed. Trust me. That's why I do all my my recording on TikTok because they're the ones that offer the filters. YouTube doesn't. Ogie? What's Ogie? I don't know what that is. Kenny Boy owns the whole stand screen. Yeah, you're going up on the big screen. I love that one. Yeah, he does think we were born yesterday. And he talks like he's so condescending when he talks. It's like, oh my God. You're right, and it was. I never done it though. It's not something I was involved with myself personally, but I've been around people that were, so I know what it sounds like. But back in our day, you used to use $100 bill, not a straw. All right, let's get facts out there. You used $100 bill, and I don't think they have $100 bill to use to do that. What time will what start? Yeah, me too, Anna. And the same thing. You know what, Edna? I gotta laugh because I have an Aunt Edna. So when I read your name, I think I'm talking to my Aunt Edna. Ken's eyes, yes. Ken's eyes always seem to get like that though when he's trying to condescend people, gaslight us, if you know what I mean. And when he started talking about the CPS bullshit, he was trying to gaslight us. Definitely, definitely. And everybody saw through it. They were like, "No, this happened, when this happened," and they broke it all up and they got it. Nope, he's not the smartest guy in the world. No, he's not. Gabapentin now is the biggest thing. I know that. I take pregabalin for migraines because I suffer with migraines. But somebody told me if you take a gabapentin with a pregabalin, you're flying. And I'm like, really? I don't want to fly at my age, but I was really like, these are like drugs you get from the doctor, right? So, but I never got. What is it again? What's it called? I have to scroll the screen, scroll the screen to remember what it was called. Gabapentin. I never got gabapentin. I just got pregabalins. What? If I did drugs, you would tape my mouth shut and tie me to the furniture. Yeah, he was tweaky, and yeah, his eyes were wide. I mean, you couldn't hide it really. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know who he thinks is watching his stuff and our background and what we know about things. He thinks he's talking to a group of 15-year-olds, in my opinion. Because, Ken and Gypsy love talking to, the younger ones. And I think he thinks we're all that age and that he could tell us whatever and we'll believe it. Like he's teaching us something. Good Lord, Ken, get a grip on yourself, guy. Because you have nothing to offer us in ways of learning anything. All right? It's got nothing. There's nothing. A full stacked bar in every office. Oh, I remember those. Oh my God, yeah. They always had like this little like hidden liquor cabinet thing. Some of them look like the globe, right? The Earth, the big one that you could just pull over the top, and you had a whole freaking liquor thing in there. Oh wow, okay, that's good to know because I had IDS as well. So yeah, I guess that's out. Yeah, Kelly, I believe he did too. I believe he did too. I have a son who was born in the 80s. Um, yeah, in 1987. Like I said, I didn't partake in any of these things. I think the worst thing I did was HEAS. Uh, HASH. See, I can't even spell it anymore. The I liked that kind of stuff when I was younger, but now it just puts me to sleep, and I'm like, I can sleep on a dime. I don't need anything to help me really. So what's the point? Smoking. When I first started smoking out of high school, the very first job I had, you could have an ashtray beside you when you were working. And I was floored because I came out of high school where you had to hide in the bathroom, right? And then I get to a job where you can just sit there and smoke while you're working. I was like, oh, I like this. No, I didn't like the green stuff too much either. That wasn't really my bag. Oil or HEHASH. I didn't mind when I was younger, but I haven't done that in years and years and years and years and years. And I'm not much of a drinker. Like I don't like beer a lot. If I do drink, it's like rum and coke or a wine. You have a son that was born in 1987 too. We're like all the same age. I swear to God, we must all be the same age. We're all going through menopause. We all have adult kids, grandkids. Now we're all pet moms. Oh, speaking of pet moms, here comes Shadow. And of course, he has to throw the door wide open when he comes in because he has a grand entrance. Oh Lord. Yeah, it's a good thing you don't, Kelly. It's a good thing you don't. I mean, it's best just to stay away from that crap. Yeah, the 60s through the 80s were the best times, let me tell you, they were. I mean, we were free, more freer than they are today. Today, like, kids are in bubble wrap, parents are helicopter parents, and back when we were kids, I mean, our parents pushed us out of the house. Get the hell out the house. Go play. Go do something. Come back at lunch. Come back at dinner, and that's it. That's the only time I want to see you. And that's the only time when they realize we're still alive. Oh my God. See, if you've been smoking it for that long, though, 40 years, man, it's like it doesn't affect you like it would me. If I had kept on smoking it, I'm sure it would affect me differently. But because I didn't, and if I do it now, it just puts me to sleep. And I'm like, I don't know. It's not my bag. I remember somebody gave me one after my husband died to help me relax, and I still have it. That was 2 years ago. I still have it. Anyway, guys, I gotta get the cat his treats. I'm still here though. There you. Okay. There. All right. Oh, what do we got going on here? My sister is the same way. Okay, my sister had a hip replacement and all that. And she started with the medical marijuana stuff. And She likes it. She says it helps her and stuff, but it doesn't affect me that way. It doesn't affect everybody the same way. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. Yeah, but you know what though? My kid's father did everything under the sun, except for needles. Okay? I'm not gonna lie, he did everything. But neither of my kids did it. Neither of my kids fell in that trap. None of them. I had one that started smoking at 17 years old, but he quit about 5 years ago, and he just vapes like me. Actually, he's the one that got me into vaping. My other one doesn't smoke or drink or anything. He doesn't. I think he had his first drink at his wedding. He was 30 years old. That's the first time he had a drink, and he was hammered after two. That's funny. You know what though? If it helps somebody with their pain and stuff like that, I have no problem with it. It's a personal decision. It really is. Is if it works for you, it works for you, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it's just the way it is. I don't begrudge anybody taking it for pain or whatever, even if they just want to relax. I have not a problem with that. I don't begrudge nobody you know, their downtime. Yeah, I don't drink either, Francis. And I don't. I drink like on occasion. Like if I'm out and there's some free drinks going around, I'll have a glass of wine or something. Or at Christmas, I'll have a glass of wine. I can't deal with hangovers either, girl. I cannot. Back when, oh, I got a story to tell. Back when me and my kid's father broke up, now he screwed around on me, so of course I was pissed. I threw all his clothes out on the lawn. But a few days after that, I got together with some friends and they took me to a bar and I got hammered. I took shot after shot after shot after shot. I think I was like a point away from being alcohol poisoning because I was sick for 3 days. I couldn't get off the couch. Luckily, my mom had my kids. I couldn't get off the couch. I had the bucket beside me. I had my blanket. I didn't even have the TV on. I was like 3 days. I was out. I think kids today are different. You know, they're not like we were when we were young. When we were young, we saw our parents do it. You know, smoke and drink. So when we got to that age, we were like, we want to do it too. We want to feel grown up. You know, that was probably the only reason we even started it. Because I remember being like, I don't know, 8 years old one time, and I saw a butt on the ground, and I tried to smoke it just to look cool. I was 8, so I mean, kids are very receptive to the stuff they see, and just got to be careful about that. I can't vape in front of my grandchildren. My son won't allow it. Not even to see my vape. He doesn't even want them to see my vape, so I have to hide it. You're right. Kids have a different addiction these days. It's true. They do. They really do. I gotta find a cord for my laptop here. Oh, where is it? Shadow. Oh, Shadow's here with me. Of course, he wants attention. Hey, yeah, babies. Kids' addiction. Yeah, it's their phones, in my opinion. Their phones are their biggest addiction. Doesn't matter what they're doing on it, playing games, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, but the phone is the biggest addiction. You cannot wake up in the morning anymore without first reaching for your phone. For one, I don't have an alarm clock. I haven't had an alarm clock in years. So the first thing I do is look at my phone to see the time. And I'm sure a lot of you guys do the same. But the kids today, they look for messages, they look for notifications, stuff like that, right? Yeah, Diane, I don't blame you. I mean, if you got to do it for pain, do it, girl. Do it. My sister does it for pain. I don't begrudge her for that. Attention addiction is real. It is. It's called narcissism. It's really called narcissism. Oh God, that one got stuck in my throat. For some reason, my throat's really harsh today. Drinking this Coke like crazy. Oh, I know they go bananas. But then again, haven't you ever been like on YouTube and something and like the power goes off for like a second and you're like pissed? You're like, oh no. So you can't say it's just them. I think it's us too, like because I have my TVs on YouTube. If you guys see my on my YouTube emoji thing, it looks like I'm always on YouTube. It's because I have it on my TV and my TV is always on. I never shut my TV off, even overnight. I keep it on. So it's always on. It doesn't always mean I'm. It doesn't always mean I'm. Oh, thank you, Empress. Annie, 1999 super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. I think that's the biggest one I've ever gotten. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's one thing I can't do is take my phone to the toilet because I watched a documentary one time about that, and they say that when you're doing your business on the toilet, it gets everywhere in the bathroom. That's why you need to clean your bathroom like every couple of days because the little microscopic germs and stuff gets everywhere. I don't even put my toothbrush in there anymore. I leave my toothbrush in my bedroom, bring it to the bathroom when I'm brushing my teeth, and then bring it back. I don't even leave it in there anymore. A day without roses is like a day without sunshine. Derek, girl, you're the best. You know that? You're just the best. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. I really do. Everybody's showing the love. I'm happy, that at least what I'm doing that are getting through to some people. At least if they're sharing it, it's getting through to more. And I appreciate that. I'm trying to dig up as much stuff as I can that I can actually prove, because I don't like putting stuff up there that I at least can't put receipts to or say that somebody else said it. You know what I mean? No, you shouldn't keep your meds and toothbrush in the bathroom. I agree with that. No. My meds stay in the bedroom. My toothbrush stays in the bedroom. The only thing that stays in the bathroom is probably my soap in the shower, but it's protected by a curtain, so it's okay. Thank you, Kelly. I love this community too. You guys are the best. It's like, oh, it's a breath of fresh air when you've got people that think the way you think and that they can actually help broaden our, references and stuff to Gypsy because sometimes if you say certain things about Gypsy, it's odd time I'll get somebody that comes in and says, I don't believe that, or I think there's something else to that. I'll say, okay, that's your opinion, that's fine. But most of you will say, hey, did you see this? Or hey, did you see that? Or send me stuff. And I love that because I can't be everywhere all at once, obviously. So when you guys help me out like that, I mean, you're the best. You're absolutely the best. I'll say that from the top of the mountains. No, I don't like clickbaiting. I don't like saying I got info unless I actually have it. If I sit there and my headline is I got Gypsy tea, tune in because it'll be something big. But other than that, I don't like to sneak around like that. I don't like to sneak around saying I've been talking to so and so and so and so and this is what they told me because they can tell you anything they want to tell you. It's up to you whether you want to believe it. Am I right? You love the paranormal stuff. Hey, I got to get back into that actually. I got to get back into that. I've been on a freaking, like, I'm ADHD, so I get hyper focused sometimes. And I got to tell you guys right now, there is this artist out here. He's really young. He's about 33, 34, I think. His name is Ren. And he's on TikTok and he's on YouTube, and you can look up his music or whatever. And I've been so hyper focused on this guy. He is so freaking talented. It's incredible. Incredible. I'd love to do music reactions, but I can't because of the copyrights. But if you guys have a chance to go see him, go see him. His name is Ren, R-E-N, and he's from Wales. He's Welsh. He can speak Welsh too. It's cool. Jipper is a scammer and a mommy alpha. She really is. Who's full of BS? Well, they're all full of BS, but Ryan's full of BS. Ken's full of BS. And Gypsy's dad, well, he only spills what Gypsy tells him he could spill. But now all those emails are coming out where her dad was screwing around on Krusty. And then Krusty puts out a freaking TikTok video saying, with that song, Shania Twain, where we're still together, something. I'm like, oh God. She's only sticking around him because she wants to stay in that circle of what they think they are famous, you know? What? Wait, I missed that one. What was that? I believe someone else is working on releasing the info in case doesn't want to step on any toes. Oh, really? Like who? Oh, Toddy is the one that really surprised me. I don't care for her anyway, but now she's involved. It's very sus. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't watched Toddy in a while. It's been a minute. I used to watch Toddy before, but then it just, I don't know. I think there's something about the way she opens her videos. You know, hi, I'm Toddy One Skip. You're not. I am. I don't know. It's weird to me. I'm going to try to get back into the paranormal stuff. I'm going to try to come up with a few other things. Hey, do you guys all know who Matt Wright is? He's a big-time comedian, and he's so funny. You got to look him up. But him and another guy just bought the house of Lorraine and Ed Warren with the attached haunted museum to it. And they are caretakers of the haunted museum for 5 years. So Annabelle is in their care for 5 years at least now because they bought it. And Matt Wright, if you look him up, like I said, he's a big-time comedian. He can fill a stadium easily. And the other guy that he bought it with is a paranormal investigator on YouTube. And so you can actually pay to stay at this place for a night or a weekend or whatever, and you have access to the haunted museum that has Annabelle in it. I don't know if I'd want to. To be serious, I get a little bit antsy about watching Annabelle on TV, if you know what I'm saying, because I do believe that the vibes like vibrate through electrical stuff. You know what I mean? Supernatural Crime with Nikki does those videos. She's also from Ontario. Oh, really? Okay, I might have to look her up. I've never heard of her. I follow a couple of people from Canada that do paranormal stuff, but I'm finding lately a lot of them are just, I won't say faking it, but they're not absolutely genuine. There's too much, oh, I just got touched. Oh, did you see that? I just heard that. And there's no receipts. You know what I mean? There's just, when you're doing that, there's no receipts. Now, if somebody said they pulled your shirt and you can go back and look and see if something was pulled, that's a different story. But if you say somebody poked me in the back, how are you supposed to, you know, say that that's real? There's, I don't know, it's just weird. So you got to watch, like, the ones you watch. If it's just for entertainment, that's fine. Like Ghost Adventures. Everybody knows they're big-time scammers, right? But I loved them back in the day. That was one of the shows that really got me into watching paranormal stuff on TV, was Ghost Adventures. But over time, it just got too much. It just got too fake, too phony, and I stopped watching them. I don't like paying attention to the content creators' drama either, Christine. But at some point, you've got to say something, because if you don't, you're going to say that they're all in the right when maybe they're not. You know what I mean? I would never call anybody out just to call them out, unless it's something they said that really irked me, and then I'll call it. Like with Case and Gypsy Pantycross. Not Gypsy Pantycross, sorry. Oh my God, there's two names that sound exactly the same. Now that I said one, I can't remember the other. But she asked him a question, like why wasn't Lifetime at the hospital when she was giving birth? And then, or why was she haggling with the hacker online at the same time she was supposed to be giving birth. And he just mentioned the name of her, thing on TikTok or on YouTube and didn't even read the question. And for some reason that bugged me. If somebody pays you a super chat, and she paid him a $5 super chat, which to me is a lot of money, at least read it. Read the question. Then in the end you can say, well, I think this, I think that, or I just don't know. Maybe go here and see if you can find it there. Easily done. Easily done. So when he finished asking, when he finished talking about it, and it went up, the chat went up just a little bit, I went, oh, I'm going to bring it down from the chat and see if I can find it. So I went to screenshot it, and it was gone. It was gone. So I wasn't the only one that knew that it was gone, that it was missing. She saw it, I saw it, a few other people saw it too. Are you guys talking about Toddy? Sorry, I missed it. My chat didn't go up. Yeah, whatever happened to Toddy's lawsuit? I didn't know about that. I forgot about that with the breathe thing. Cherokee, you are a very generous supporter. You are to me, and I know you are to others as well. Yeah, everybody sent her all that Nick information, all those letters and everything that she said she sent. And now she's saying that Nick's camp over there is fake scammers or something like that. I don't know. I don't know all about that. I didn't really get that big into the Nick stuff. But that was weird. That was weird. And I don't know if that had anything to do with what's her face. Oh my god, I haven't followed her for a long, long time. But I can't remember her name now. You think Toddy is the mole? I don't know. When they came out with what's her face, Ivy Rose Girl's Wild thing, I thought she was the mole. Oh, really? Empress Life? Really? He did that? He actually blocked you? Because you said all big content creators were suspicious. Wow. Hey, if you can dish it out, you gotta take it, right? Yeah, that's sad that, we're not all pulling together for the same reason anymore. We're not helping each other, not working together, just backbiting and stuff like that. But I try not to get involved with that. I just try to do my own thing, and that's it. I'm not going to say if she's a mole one way or the other because I have no idea. Everybody has their own opinion on who they think, works with each other and who doesn't. I don't know, in my opinion, because I don't really associate with any of them. The only one that I've ever talked to privately was Becca, and that was only like one email. So I don't know. I asked them questions on their lives lots of times, all of them, and I never really get an answer. They always seem to just scroll me over. I think because they know where I come from in my way of thinking, and they just don't want to get into that. They don't want to get into the no baby issue. They think it's a conspiracy. They think we're all stupid. They think. But hey, they used to say the same thing about people who believed in UFOs. Remember that? Now we got the government saying they're real. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Christine. I love you guys too. How has Nina screwed Case? What happened there? Oh, I didn't know about that one, Cherokee girl. Spill the beans, girl. Spill the beans, because I don't know. What happened? I knew they were, like, going off on who was racist or something at one point. And that's what made Nina mad, and because that's why she split with Becca, because Becca was Catholic and had values or something. And then Toddy was saying that Becca had, because she's Catholic, that she didn't like gay people and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm not in the secret circle. That's for sure, guys. I am not. Trust me. I think some of them have me blocked too. Remember that guy I was talking about, Justin or whatever? I was talking about him in one of my videos. I haven't seen any of his videos lately at all. I think he blocked me. I think he blocked me too. And it's funny how this guy came out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden he has all these followers. It just freaked me out. I was like, where the frig did you come from? You weren't here in the beginning, and you got more followers than Becca. I found that really weird. Thank you, Patuli. I appreciate that. She doxed his name in a past, but didn't see it. I am so commenting what she did. She doxed him? Really? The one here, the one that sat there and said that doxing was so bad, she sat there and doxed somebody else. It could be fake drama. I have no idea. It could be, rage bait now is the whole thing. It's all the rage right now. People love to see other people getting mad at each other and stuff like that, which doesn't say much about the mentality of people right now. But I mean, if you'd rather sit there and watch two content creators fighting instead of watching a documentary on something that you can learn on, I don't know. Nina lost her shit. Yeah, turned off her comments. Hmm. And the funny thing is, I used to watch her in the beginning when I first started out on this. I used to watch Nina all the time. I don't even see her stuff anymore. I don't know if she blocked me as well, but I don't even see her stuff anymore at all. The only one I actually see now is Becca, Case, and Morbid, I believe. Morbid. But Morbid only goes live, and I never see them anyway. Yeah, this race thing, I'm not going to say it's been kicked around too much, but at some point it's been kicked around too much. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not racist by far. Let me tell you, I got a niece that's mulatto. Um, and it doesn't matter if I did or not. I'm still not. But you can't just keep throwing it out there all the time. I can't keep throwing out my sister's got autism, just so that people would respect her or me more. I don't know. I can't. You came here to escape real life nonsense. You're semi-white Cherokee girl. Well, you're Cherokee. Be proud of that, man. I would be. Darn right. Exactly. If I want to see a soap opera, I'd watch TV too. I don't even have cable. Everything I watch is streamed. Everything. Because to me, the cable providers are mainstream media, and if you listen to anything mainstream media wants to put to your brain, then you got to think again. You really got to think again. Doing blood rituals on TV? Oh, God. On live? What? Who did that? Oh, you're German and Cherokee. Cool. I'm German and English. So, hey, we got some bloodlines that are the same. 100% Eskimo. Now, you're the only person that would ever say Eskimo. Because here in Canada, we call them Inuit. Eskimo here is kind of a derogatory term now. Yeah, Inuit. I have Inuit friends too. I actually have a cousin who does. She's a teacher in Inuit because of Karen Reed. Who the hell is Karen Reed? Yeah, we don't call them that here. Back when I was a kid, yes, but they changed that over time. 100% Dutch. Oh, hang on. I got a notification. My battery's getting low. Hang on. I got to get that. Got to get that wire. Or I'm going to end up. If the thing goes off, you know why. My battery's getting low. Oh, where's that? Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. All right, I got it. I got it. I got to plug it in before it goes off. There we go. I made it. Battery safe. These tablets, they don't stay on for very long, do they? It was full when I started. German, Native American, Scottish, and English. Wow. Mexican American. Black, white, purple. Yeah, I don't think anybody should have any tolerance for races. We're all human beings, and that's the end game. I mean, we all have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, nose, you know? It doesn't matter what the color on the outside is. And what kills me, too, you have some white people that are really racist, and yet they run out to get spray tans, which kill me. It's like, really? Native, French, Irish, and Dutch. Can you speak Dutch? Can you speak any of these languages? Is anybody here bilingual, like really bilingual? Macaulay, yes, I can tell you're 100% Irish. Hey, isn't that Macaulay Culkin's first name? Macaulay. Yeah, I haven't watched Nina in a long time, so I don't know if she still does that. But yeah, she did do that for a while. They are mixed everything. I don't think there's a pure blood of anything out there anymore. I really don't. Except for there's that one island off the coast of Africa that has that tribe on there that nobody can step foot on the island. Nobody. So they don't even know like what exists in the world. They're just totally blind to it all, and nobody's allowed to go there because they'll kill you. You're bilingual, Ivania? What do you speak? What are the languages? Me, me. Sentinel Island. That's it. Thank you all. Evil. Why? Okay. Your name keeps buggering me up. I don't know why. All of evil, and it's evil all. That's the island. Nobody can go to it, man. They can only like fly over it with a helicopter and take pictures, but they'll still throw their friggin' arrows at you, and they don't care what you're in. You speak Dutch, German, English, and Latin? All of those? Girl, you got a brain. I lived in Quebec for 13 years, which is like 80% French. And my French is so broken that if I spoke with a French person, they'd get a headache. They would definitely get a headache. Thank you, Main Chick, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I'll put you up on screen. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Well, I'm going to shut this live down now. It's been a while. It's been 2 hours. And it's Saturday, and we all got stuff to do, guys. Including moi. So I thank you guys all for coming. And we had a great discussion. I think we had a great discussion today. We talked about everything, not just Gypsy, and I love that. I love that about you guys. I mean, we can all carry on conversation like we've been friends for years and years and years without even having Gypsy as our main focus. You know that? You can string together curses. I love that word. I can do too in French. Oh, the curse words, man, that's not a problem for some reason. I actually can do that in French, Spanish, and what's the other language? Oh, Chinese. I can swear in Chinese. I learned that one a long, long time ago. It's funny, when you learn those words, though, they never seem to leave you. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And have a great day, guys. Love you. We'll see you in the next live, which will be soon. Trust me. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.